Your next customer is probably online right now, searching for a plumber. The real question is, are they going to find you? So today, we're going to open up the digital playbook that turns that frantic online search into a loyal, repeat customer. We're talking about how to get the call, win the job, and yeah, keep them for life.
Let's kick things off with a question that I bet hits pretty close to home for a lot of you. You know you do great work, right? You've got the skills, the truck, the tools, but does it ever feel like your competitors have some kind of secret weapon that gets their phone ringing off the hook?
Well, here's the thing. That secret? It's probably not what you think. It's not about just throwing more money at ads. All the research is clear on this. It all comes down to your website. Think of it as your digital front door. And if that door is slow to open, confusing, or just plain broken, potential customers, they're just going to turn around and walk away. Okay, so let's start right where your customer starts. Section 1 is all about winning the local search. This is about being found in that moment of pure panic. When a pipe bursts and there's water everywhere. The key to all of this is a term called local SEO. Now, I know it sounds super technical, but it's actually pretty simple. All it really means is setting up your website so Google knows exactly where you are and where you work. And why does that matter so much? Well, think about it. When someone frantically types emergency plumber near me into their phone, Google has one job: give them the closest, most relevant result. Local SEO is how you prove to Google that you're the one they should show. So how do you actually get good at this? It really boils down to 4 key things you can do right now. First up, use keywords that actually mention your location, like plumber in Sydney. Simple, right? Next, make sure your site has a clear list of every single suburb and area you service. Also, you absolutely have to keep your Google business profile, that little map box, totally complete and up to date. And finally, if you can, create separate pages on your website for the main cities you work in. That tells Google exactly who you're for. Okay, so they found you. They clicked on your website. Awesome. But listen, the work isn't done. In fact, the next few seconds are maybe the most important of all. That brings us to Section 2, your website's first impression. This is where a visitor decides whether to stay or to bail. Take a good look at this number. 3. Just 3 seconds. That's it. That is all the time you have. And I'm not kidding. The data is crystal clear on this. If your website takes any longer than that to load, that potential customer is gone. They've already clicked the back button and are headed straight to your competitor. Website speed isn't a bonus feature. It's a requirement. And get this. Think about where these customers are searching from. More than 60% of them are looking for a plumber on their phone, right? They're standing in their laundry room, staring at a puddle on the floor, phone in hand. If your website is a total pain to use on a small screen, if they have to pinch and zoom to read anything, you're losing the majority of your potential business right then and there. So you really have to put your own website to the test. Be honest, which side does it fall on? Is it confusing, slow, and hard to use on a phone, actively losing you customers? Or is it a job-winning machine, fast, mobile-friendly, and makes it dead simple for people to contact you? This is literally the difference between a website that's just a business expense and one that actually makes you money. All right, so your site is fast, and it looks great on their phone. But now comes the final hurdle before they actually call. And this brings us to Section 3, earning the customer's trust. This is all about convincing them that you are the right plumber for the job. Just look at this quote. This right here, this is gold. A real review from a real, happy customer does more to build confidence than anything you could ever say about yourself. It's called social proof, and you absolutely positively need it. And building that trust can happen really fast if you do 3 things. First, showcase those real reviews right on your homepage where people can't miss them. Second, photos. Before and after photos of your work are killer. They're visual proof that you know what you're doing. And third, skip all the technical jargon. Just use simple, honest language that tells people exactly how you're going to solve their problem. And through all of this, never, ever forget this one thing. Your website's #1 job is to make it painfully obvious how to get in touch with you. Your phone number should be huge. At the top of every single page, you need big, clear, call now buttons. The last thing you want is for a panicked customer to have to hunt for your number. So you did it. You got the call, you nailed the job, the customer's happy. Great, but we are not finished yet, because the real long-term growth happens next. Welcome to Section 4, from first call to loyalty.
This is how you turn a one-time job into a customer who calls you and only you for everything. The job isn't truly over when you pack up your tools and drive away. Something that came up again and again in our research was the power of a simple follow-up. A quick text message later that day just to ask if everything is still working okay, that can make all the difference. It shows you actually care, and it turns a simple transaction into a real relationship. And there are so many easy ways to keep that relationship going. You could send out simple reminders for yearly maintenance, post helpful plumbing tips on your social media, maybe offer a small discount for repeat customers, and never, ever be afraid to ask a happy customer to refer you to their friends. Because this is what we're aiming for. This is the Holy Grail, true customer loyalty. It's when a client has another plumbing problem and they don't even think about going back to Google. They just call you. And even better, they start doing your marketing for you, telling their friends and family about your business. That is the ultimate goal. All right, let's put it all together and recap the entire playbook. Number 1, win the local search game by using keywords for your specific service areas. Number 2, make sure your website is lightning fast and works perfectly on a phone. Number 3, build instant trust with real reviews and photos of your work. And number 4, always follow up after the job to turn that one-time customer into a loyal fan for life. So we're going to leave you with one final question to think about. I want you to take a really honest look at your online presence. Is your website out there working for you 24/7 like your best salesperson? Or is it just sitting there, quietly costing you jobs every single day?